I'm Christine Brookins, and this is Connecting Our Community. Today, I am at the Home Within a Home of Not Forgotten Home and Community Services, and specifically the REACH program. And I'm with Jessica Hill. What's your official title here?
I'm the director of the day program here at REACH,
So
at Not Forgotten.
Let's start with REACH.
Yes.
It's an acronym.
Yes.
Really, I'm going to try to do it. Really exceptional abilities, caring hearts.
You got it.
Yay!
Good
Bonus
job.
points for me.
Yeah. Really great.
By now I should know because my son is one of the consumers here. And this is a newer program.
Yes.
So when did you open?
We opened in the beginning of February, so we've been doing this a very short time, and it's been incredibly successful, so we're very happy.
And how many staff do you have here?
Currently, on different days, we have different amount of staff, usually about 6 staff per day, but we have about 8 right now.
And what does that allow you to serve in the way of clientele? I don't know what your ratios are.
Right, so every day there's different clienteles, and every day there's a different ratio. So we determined how many staff we need at any given day, whether we're going into the community or facility, and we make sure we have even more than that. So we're never short, ever.
So let's talk about, I know one of the things that has impressed me is that there's not only thought that goes into this, but you've put out a calendar of what it is that the individuals are going to do. So let's talk about a day in the life. What does that look like?
Right, so our individuals come in between 8:30 and 9 in the morning, and they get settled in. They find their name tag, they put it on their cubby, so they have all of their belongings in one space. And we usually start off with something fun, something on their tables to start off, some brain, thinking activities. And then we move on to our morning group. We usually have a lesson in the morning, something brief. Sometimes it's pertaining to health and wellness or advocacy or money management. And we also are learning about all different countries around the world, and that could include their food, their culture, dance, music, etc. So we usually do those things in the morning. We do have some volunteer opportunities certain days that we do in the morning as well. And then usually we have a gym class, which consists of pretty much having fun, a lot of games. We do yoga, meditation, relays, you name it. We do it all. Right now, they're having a gym class right now, and they're doing things based on Cinco de Mayo. So they're having a lot of fun.
So the theme for everything, I love that.
Yeah, there's a theme for everything. We then have lunch, and then we have another activity in the afternoon, and then by 2:30, it's time to leave. Yeah, so they're very busy all day, and it goes by pretty quick.
And we didn't specifically say, but REACH is serving individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and your day is approximately 8:30 to, what do we say, 3:30?
Pickups between 2:30 and 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially 9 to 3, we say. Yeah.
And these are all individuals that have completed schooling.
Yes.
So likely over 20 years old.
Yes, definitely. All of our individuals are over 20 years old and go up to, 50s, 60s. So we have a wide range, and they absolutely adore each other, which we're very lucky for.
Oh, indeed.
They do.
Indeed. That's got to make it easier on the staff when all of your consumers are getting along.
Absolutely.
But it sounds like they're having a great time. I know one of the things that I really enjoy, or I guess I shouldn't say enjoy, I appreciate as a caregiver, is that you do a communication log that goes back and forth every day. So tell me what the goal is with that.
Okay, I just, where I come from, and over the years, I've always done this. I've always had some sort of communication log that goes home to parents and that parents can bring back to us. Clear communication is super important, whether you're a parent or caregiver, to know exactly what's going on with the individual, and so that the parents and caregivers can let us know what's going on. Let's say they had a bad night. Maybe that'll contribute to some kind of behavior in the morning. Sometimes they're leaving early. Sometimes we just want to write a fun note, on what they did during the day, and the parents want to write a little note on something fun they did on the night before, so we could talk about it in the morning group. It really is it's vital to know what's going on, to have clear communication.
Well, I think that concept of just knowing what's going on so you can talk about it,
Yeah.
especially with individuals who may be nonverbal or
Correct.
minimally verbal, you
Correct.
can actually engage with
Correct.
something meaningful. But I know that, well, with our son, I know that in the past I would ask him what he did and I would get the same story every day.
Right.
And I knew that it wasn't the same thing every day, but I didn't know what else. So here at
Right.
Reach, I'm getting a lot of information.
I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, it's important to give those a voice who don't have one, or that you can initiate the conversation, and then they can, be appreciative that they're being heard and they know what happened during the day.
Absolutely. So we went kind of through a day in the life that there's a lot going on in a day.
A lot.
But you mentioned a number of things. So first of all, that morning group, you have a theme or a lesson or something.
Every day.
There's
Every day there's
something that
something.
we are learning, spending time about. So while these are individuals that have graduated from school, we all learn something new every day. And
We absolutely do, and I learn something every day from them, and that's the absolute truth.
I do love that.
Yeah, we really do. They continue to amaze us every day. For example, as you see this morning, we do little mini lessons every morning about sign language. We're learning sign language. We have an individual who's teaching us, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, and I would imagine some of that is exposure, right?
Absolutely.
That individual may have been exposed to sign language previously, or maybe just picks up on it real well because you're doing the lesson.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, definitely.
I think sign language is great because even if it's not your primary means of communication, it may be somebody's.
Absolutely. Communication is key, again.
It is, absolutely. So you also mentioned the potential to volunteer. Tell me about some
Yes.
of those opportunities.
Yeah, so we've been fortunate enough to have some great volunteering opportunities. We're volunteering at the Salvation Army, which is right down the street, which is really nice because it's walkable.
Okay.
Again, another walkable community outing and volunteer opportunity is the Carnegie Library down the street. And there's a few businesses also that we're going to be starting with, helping them pass out flyers, doing some any kind of odd jobs that they need. We're also working with Cribs for Kids, which is in Hazelwood, making baby boxes for newborn babies, and they go out all over the place. And our individuals really enjoy that. They'll come back and say, "We made 90 boxes. We saved 90 babies today." And so
that's
it really
awesome.
is meaningful. And the people there are wonderful. Everywhere we go, they're wonderful. We're also having some volunteer opportunities at other libraries as well.
I think that's great because ultimately these may lead to jobs for individuals
100%.
that are here with you.
Absolutely.
And then you mentioned your gym. We're not talking like you've got a treadmill stuffed in the closet. You have a real gym.
We're so fortunate. It's one of the things that, other than this apartment, people are really shocked to see, because we're just so fortunate we found a building with a full-size gym. It's just wonderful. They all love it. We have all kinds of equipment. We have all kinds of games. It's just a great place for people to be. And for some individuals, when, let's say, they get overwhelmed by a group or just need some time to themselves, we'll have them go to the gym and just hang out and walk around and do something that's helpful for them to relax.
I like that because I think in so many cases, we all probably need that sometimes. A little bit of
100%.
downtime,
Yep.
work off some excess energy,
Absolutely.
stay in better shape, all of those things, right?
We all need to be utilizing the gym.
So where we're sitting today, though, this apartment, this is like set up. I'm just looking around me now. You have a full kitchen.
Yes.
You have a living area. There's a bedroom. There's a laundry room. So tell me how this apartment is used for the day program.
Right, so this is just everyday ADLs that anybody would need to practice. Now, a lot of our folks maybe not need a whole lot of practice on that. Some of them do. Some of them have law skills since school.
Okay.
So we'll do a lot of meal prep here, making beds, folding, learning about doing the laundry. We have some office skills in the back that we utilize. And sometimes it's just a hangout spot, somewhere fun to be. As you can see all the things we have back here to do. So, it's utilized for many different things, and we're really lucky to have it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just look around. First of all, whoever decorates does an amazing job.
Our CEO, she's amazing. She loves doing it, and she's great at it. She's very passionate about it.
But I think it stays on theme, and it makes you feel good about being in the space.
It does. It's a very bright, cheery place. Everybody who walks in is just so amazed by it, because it's just a great space. We're very lucky.
Well, I think it makes sense to learn to cook in a kitchen
Sure.
and to learn to make a bed in a bedroom.
Absolutely. It just makes sense. It's real life. It's situational.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to learn.
Right. Absolutely.
And that you have a hangout space. I like that because after all, don't you want to hang out in your
They
space? In your
do.
home?
They want to hang out with their friends, and it's this program's a lot about socialization too and having fun. So, just as we're learning, we're making it fun for them.
Well, and you go back to the learning. I think that there are some places where learning is not the foremost thought.
True.
And I can tell that you've really put a lot of thought in that. I love also that you provide the whole calendar of activities, because maybe somebody doesn't come every day and they might be able to say, oh, I really want to go on Cinco de Mayo, or I really want to go on National Pet Day.
We've had some people, unfortunately you have to stick with the days that you're at, but we've had some people change their days because they say, oh, maybe we do more volunteering on this day, and maybe I really want to do that. So sometimes we're able to do that, which is great. But what we really try to do is have all different kinds of activities on different days so we can cater to everybody. We have people coming 1 day or 2 days or 3 days or 5 days. We have a day for, to do something fun for everyone.
And I think the number of days probably depends upon a lot of factors.
It does. It could be a personal reason. Maybe they work. Maybe they have other activities other days. Sometimes they don't have enough hours for more days. Some people, maybe it's too much for them. There's a lot of different reasons why people come 1 versus 5 days.
Makes sense. And I know the Medicaid waiver funding is the primary source of funding that pays for individuals to come. And to your point, not everybody's budget has enough for 5 days a week.
Unfortunately, it's correct, yes.
But I would imagine even 1 day a week here is still rewarding for everyone involved.
I would hope to think so. We've gotten great feedback from parents and caregivers, and we're so lucky and so happy to hear it, because that's what we want to hear.
I know when I ask my son in the morning, where are you going? He happily says, reach.
That makes us so happy.
And I think that he gets to spend time with other individuals that he may have crossed paths with in the past in different activities.
Definitely.
But now to spend more quality time with one another, I think that's one of the things where they're getting to know one another.
It's so true. And they interact so much with each other, and really, when they come in the morning, they all say, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. They're always so happy to see each other, so it makes them feel good. My friends are happy to see me. So
yes.
That's what we want.
It is what we want. And we were talking earlier about how nice it is to go to work with people that you like. Well, all the consumers are doing that here too.
Yeah.
But for you to come in and work with a team.
It's so important, and I still can't believe the incredible team that we have. I'm so very lucky to be able to work with these individuals. They really care about the program. They care so much about our individuals, and we couldn't be happier, honestly.
Well, I think, I said it earlier, we all work so that we can support our families,
Right.
But you have to enjoy what you're doing. And
100%.
from what I've seen, you've really got staff that enjoy what
We
you're
really
doing.
love what we do. We wouldn't be here if we didn't. And I say this all the time, and it sounds so cliche, but coming here and seeing them every day makes us all so happy. It's the honest truth. We really love them. We love being around them. They make our lives better.
Well, I've only been in the building a handful of times, but I come in smiling and I go out smiling because
That's wonderful.
It is a great atmosphere, and that atmosphere is not just the physical locale, but the people and what you do.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you.
Oh, it's really good. And I think for anyone that might be considering, is this the place for my loved one? Well, first of all, yes. But, but people have had different experiences with different types of programs,
Yeah.
and one of the things that stands out to me is the out-of-the-box thinking.
Yeah.
That it seems you're always trying to do something new and something more.
We really are. And it's a cumulative effort. It's not just me. It's many people involved. The employees, the activities director, myself, our CEO. I mean, we're all trying to come up with more exciting experiences, just experiences, things. They've learned a lot over the years, right? They already know a lot.
Sure.
But how can we make it fun? How can we expand on that? How can we do something different that they've never experienced before? How can we make it fun? And that's really what we're doing. We're trying.
Oh, I can see that you're succeeding in that area. I also know that you can turn on a dime.
Yeah.
Last week we had the terrible storm. Electricity was out.
Yeah, and we said, let's do it. It's fine. We're going to do it.
And you did.
And we did. And it was, honestly, we had the most fabulous day. We said, you know what? We can't be in the building. Let's go out all day. Let's go do something fun. We went to South Park. We got a pavilion. We got pizza. I grabbed a whole bunch of crafts and fun things from the gym, and we made a day of it. And they had a blast.
That's awesome.
And we did too. It was a wonderful day. Yeah.
Well, and we're lucky that after the storm, the sun did come out and you were able to do that.
It did.
I can also say the individuals you serve, a lot of them are big on routine.
Absolutely.
And you changed the routine, but you didn't change them leaving the house in the morning to go to Reach.
Right. That is a very difficult thing. We knew that it would be difficult for the individuals. We knew it would be difficult for the caregivers and parents. So if we can try to do it, we're going to do it. And we did it. And, we want to continue what we were doing, and it worked. So anything we could do, we'll try. We'll definitely try. And it was all hands on deck, and everybody showed up, and everybody did everything they could. So we were able to keep that going.
Well, and that matters a lot, because to caregivers, if there's an unexpected day of closure,
it's awful.
That sets off kind of a domino effect
Absolutely.
of what has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much appreciated that you took the effort to stay
Absolutely.
open.
We understand completely that it is not easy, and there really is no alternative for most people. So we're going to do everything we can. Yeah.
And then you had a second day without power.
Then we had a second day, and I said, let's just go out again, and we did.
Yeah, I understand you went to the Science Center.
We went to the Science Center, and they had a fantastic day. We had our lunch there, and it turned out perfect. I mean, we were very lucky that we have places to go, and we can think about things that all benefit our individuals, and it worked out. They had a great day, so I'm glad we were able to do it.
Well, I think all of this, not just the turning on a dime when the power goes out, but the places to go to volunteer and going out into the community, you're really building partnerships.
Correct. That's our goal.
And I think that with those partnerships, you might show up a lot, and they'll get used to being
Absolutely.
there. That everybody does.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that while the individuals you serve have disabilities, they really need to be embraced in their uniqueness and be given opportunities. And
be
really
known in our community, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, as individuals in our community. The more that we're out there, the more that they see us, the more that they learn as well. We just had a person ask us at the Carnegie Coffee Company, they're like, are you going to be coming every Friday? I said, yeah, probably. And they said, we're so happy to see you guys and the individuals. We're so happy that you come, and we're so happy that they love it here.
I love that.
And that's how we make connections, right?
Oh yeah, that's the next volunteer opportunity coming.
100%. I mean, this is what we're doing. We're building those connections so we can be, connected always to our community.
But if you didn't go out and patronize the local businesses, then those local businesses wouldn't have the exposure to the folks that you serve.
100%.
And there wouldn't be an opportunity to even have a conversation about how can we help one another.
100%. And they have not had that opportunity. So they're so excited about it. And even the libraries are so excited about it. They're so happy about it. And it's just wonderful, for everybody involved.
So if you were talking to a family that hasn't yet seen Reach, what would you want to tell them?
I would just tell them that it's a program where we could learn so much. Your individual can learn so much, socialize, volunteer, have fun, make connections, and become a well-rounded individual. I mean, this is our goal. And I think just being around other individuals that have the same common ground, it really changes them. We have so many folks that have been homebound since COVID. I mean, we've had a lot of this, and they're looking for some way to get out, to socialize, to do something different. This is it. We've had so many that have changed dramatically in just 2 months, just simply having people around them.
That's impressive.
It's been unbelievable. Some of the caregivers and parents are just astounded by it. And it's just like, hey, they need that community, and this
People
is it.
need people.
People need people. So this is the place. You know, we have a lot of fun. We have some great individuals. We're very much connected to every one of them, and you can learn something also.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this with me, because it's a tremendous program, but I can't do it justice. And knowing how much you enjoy what you do and that your staff does as well, I think, you know, as a caregiver, that makes me feel even more comfortable.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, I love it.
We appreciate it.
Thanks again.
Thank you.